All right, welcome back to another episode of the USS Akatsuki, run here exclusively on the 10th Fleet Discord server. Um, we're going to jump straight into it, and I believe someone has a log prepared.
Excuse me. First officer's log. Stardate 48998.3. The scheduled shore leave period for the crew is nearing its end, and I expect the crew will trickle in over the next 2 days. I myself have been busy supervising the refit and maintenance of the USS Akatsuki during its time in Starbase 621 in the absence of its usual chief engineer, Commander Kane. Though the task of supervising the refit has kept me primarily occupied, in the spirit of shore leave, I still have found time for relaxation. Meditation, martial arts practice, and communications with old colleagues have given me a chance to unwind. The maintenance of the ship has been successfully completed 2 days ago, and upgrades to the ship's medical facility have been tested and received glowing approval from our ship's doctors. On a more serious note, during this time, a large task force of Klingon ships has taken up station around Starbase 621. Due to the ship's cloaking and decloaking almost at random, we have been unable to establish a clear count of their numbers. The fleet leader assures us that their intention is to run combat drills in and near the Badlands. I have my doubts. The Klingons we see on the station are not in the relaxed poise of here for practice that I have seen on them before. It reminds me more of the tension I observed in my youth after the explosion of Praxis and the ready to fight mentality, I believe it is called. That said, they appear non-hostile, and until they prove otherwise, we will treat them as such. End log.
Right, very good. We're going to head to the bridge where Mohawk just finishes up his log, and I'm sure, Rix, you are trying to gauge your sensors and try to get an accurate count of the Klingon ships. I'll leave the roleplay floor to you guys.
Rix, you're muted.
I'm muted. Am I supposed
Okay.
to do something?
So, like I was saying, there's Klingons in and around Starbase 621. Rix, you've been trying to get an accurate count of the Klingons, but their cloaking in and out is making that difficult. And I figure I'd give you guys a bit of role play room to role play around that.
Have any of these ships, besides the lead Klingon ship, activated its identification transponder?
Negative, Commander. So far, they haven't even acknowledged that they're here. The only thing that's more concerning than a confronting Klingon is a non-confronting one.
Agreed. And the fact that most Klingon birds of prey have nearly identical warp signatures makes distinguishing them from each other even harder. Very well. Best efforts, Mr. Rix.
Commander, I would suggest that we take precautions. Even though they're supposed to be our allies, we should confront them about this, make a stand. Otherwise, we will simply be deemed as cowards. You do not want to be cowardly in front of a Klingon.
You are correct. However, the station commander has already made such attempts and been, what is the phrase? Stonewalled, I believe is the human term, in his attempts. They are sticking to their given story of being here for practice drills in the Badlands. As such, Starfleet High Command has not found any gaps in their stories that would indicate otherwise.
Well, sir, if they want to practice, then why not just extend a challenge?
Imprudent at this time, Commander. For now, we will let them be, but keep an eye on them.
Aye, sir.
I have seen a report of a similar occurrence happening at Deep Space Nine, not far from here.
That was before that fleet went into Cardassian space and invaded their territory.
That hasn't happened yet.
That's what happened in that episode.
I know, but that we haven't made we haven't made it to that point in the timeline. If I understood Vogel correctly,
Yeah,
Hey.
we're before the Klingon stuff in Deep Space
we're
Nine.
before the invasion.
Well, I'm just saying, sir, we can't just sit and wait for much longer.
And yet that is exactly what we must do, Mr. Rex. When is our next scheduled arrival from the returning crew?
I could give that information for free. Oh crap! Now I gotta remember what the hell your colony name is.
Gemulon?
No, the doctors.
Oh, Kalane?
That's it. Where the hell is the name? Wow, I cannot find a name anywhere in all of this. Did I not write it down? Can you just do me a favor and just type out the name of the colony really quick?
Mine?
Yeah, just in chat. Thank you.
Well, the transport from the Kalane colony should be arriving soon, so which the doctor is on.
Very well. I believe the freighter Tijuana Sunrise was going to be arriving from Ryza tomorrow morning. That should contain most of our engineering staff.
Just hope all of the crew members made it onto the shuttle. Never know what Ryza does to a man.
I do not. I have never been.
I reserve my recommendation. If you like sunny weather, I suppose it's pleasant.
I have not been much for sand, personally. I prefer large fields, open, spacious. That kind of thing.
Personally, I prefer the rain.
Indeed.
If I didn't think the Ferengi were such an inhospitable race, I would even want to visit Ferenginar.
Well, from my understanding, they do have a growing tourist presence. You may find it an interesting visit if you go, although I would watch your purse strings whenever you visit.
Well, I don't I'm particularly fond of tourists either, so that's another
Indeed.
reason why I won't go.
All right. Trying to get my bearings of who's going to be coming next. All right. Where do I want to go? Sorry, it's been a while since I've been in Roll20, so I'm trying to find scenes and I'm trying to find where they're at.
You mean Foundry?
Whatever the hell this is called. Okay, I know we have a runabout interior somewhere. Where did that go? Kier, we had a runabout interior somewhere, yeah? Thank you. That's not the correct ship. All right, we're gonna go on a runabout that the doctor's traveling in back from Colleen. You probably have Starbase 621 on your sensors now.
The doc will be kind of leaning back in his chair, reading a book with one leg propped up on the console in front of him.
When the officer assigned to science says, guys, I'm reading a sizable Klingon presence around Starbase 621.
Klingons.
Yes, several ships.
Are we close enough for visual?
And he'll pull up he'll pull up on your screens the starbase,
Oh, that's a
and
lot of Klingons.
you'll probably see several Klingon ships, at least six, and a few of them docking and or docked.
Huh. That's a lot of Klingons. I wonder what they're doing all the way out here. Maybe they can spare some gawk. Ensign,
Just as you're talking, a Klingon bird of prey decloaks directly in front of you.
oh, walk over to the science station, look over the
You
science officer.
notice
Go ahead.
you notice that the bird of prey is basically flying in attack run pattern against you.
Ensign, hail the Klingons.
No response, sir. And just then, the bird of prey flies harmlessly past your ship, pulling off and making distance before it recloaks.
Well, that was interesting. What was I about to say? Ah, yes. Ensign, Hail the starbase. Confirm our arrival and ask if there's a new traffic pattern that we need to be concerned about.
This is Starbase 621. Go ahead, runabout.
Starbase. This is Runabout. I can't quite read the name on the front.
Oh, don't worry
Notr-
about that. You can say
Notropsis.
whatever you said.
We just got a very close flyby from a Klingon bird of prey on our approach to the station. Any idea what's going on?
The whole Klingon fleet arrived about a day ago. Something about combat drills in the Badlands. Stopping here for resupply or to rendezvous with the rest of their fleet. Just be careful on your way in. There's a bunch still cloaked around here. Don't want you running into any.
They've been making a habit of buzzing shuttlecraft on the way in.
This is the first time we've seen that.
I hope they're not getting bored.
Hope so too. Just come in thrusters only. Be prepared to go evasive if another one decloaks.
Understood. Northrop out. Well, you heard them, Ensign. Thrusters and keep your eyes peeled. And the doctor is gonna sit back in his chair and prop his leg back up on the console, but he's not opening his book back up. He's kind of still peeking out the bow window.
Right. Back on the Navajo Bridge, Rix, you probably get a very good sensor read on what just happened there. Did I say Navajo? Sorry,
You did
Akatsuki.
say Navajo.
Jeez, my brain is not here today.
We've traded with Perone for an episode. We get the big ship. He gets the tiny ship for a while.
Sorry, back on the Akatsuki, Rix, you just got a very good sensor look on what just happened with the runabout.
Commander, something else is going on here. Our bird of prey just decloaked in front of the runabout Dr. Valen is on.
Did they do anything?
Luckily, no, but they did have a attack stance ready. That does not bode well for whatever is mounting up here.
Agreed. Although there is no overwhelming evidence, the minor clues all point to something sinister. Monitor the runabout on its approach.
Understood.
And keep an eye on it. Excuse me. Ensign locks. Tune the sensors to look for ionization trails and any kind of particle eddies in the area. That may help us better track the movements of the Klingon ships. They are still physical objects and displace matter as they move through space.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Rix, if his new scans yield anything, please forward it to 621.
Aye, sir, but at this rate, they have better short-range sensors than us.
Agreed, but they may not be looking in the same places we are. They are the sector starbase. They have to monitor everything. It is our job to sift the details.
May I suggest we perform a standard patrolling maneuver, simply to show the flag, sir?
The Northrop is scheduled to dock at 621 before the doctor transfers over to us, correct?
That is standard procedure.
Very well. Plot out your patrol path and inform 621 they will need to hold on to the doctor until our return.
If need be, we can simply transport him over.
Agreed. Mr. Moore,
Aye, aye, sir.
thrusters ready? 1/4 impulse.
Well, let's see what engineering's been cooking up.
1/4 impulse, Mr. Moore.
Yes, sir. 26%.
Had to get that extra percent in there, didn't you?
Yes, he
Um,
did.
Give me a control con. No difficulty, but a complication range of 2.
I will use the talent show off, so I do get a difficulty of 1.
Okay.
Control con. Helm operations as focus.
Yep.
Complication 2, you said.
Yes.
And I'll give you a threat for bold.
And then assisted by the ship's engines cons.
Will. No, I don't need to. Someone want to roll the ship?
I could do it.
2 momentum so far.
And ship is engines con.
Yep. Comp 2.
Up 2, got it.
Gain 2 bonus momentum.
Why is the ship shaking?
That's just
pushing-
Gus pushing the engines.
Yeah. GM didn't hit it, so gate 3.
And I'll use the bonus
Oh,
of
sorry.
2
Gate 3.
momentum I get from the talent to just enhance maneuverability on the ship.
Okay. So the ship. So everyone that's on the ship, you start to feel the ship vibrate as Gus pushes the ship just to the limit of overloading the inertial dampers, causing the ship to shake just a little bit as you get moving on Rix's patrol pattern.
Mr. Moore. That was unnecessary.
Well, you gotta show off while the Klingons are here. Sir?
Perhaps when Ensign Arthur returns, you might ask if they would actually find that praiseworthy.
Well, any pilot in this sector would appreciate it. I can tell you that.
And Mahawk's gonna go over to the engineering station. He's gonna poke at the inertial dampeners really quick just to make sure that there's no problem with them.
Mahawk was doing that?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't detect anything wrong. They were just pushed.
Okay. We did just go through a maintenance and update and refit cycle, so he wanted to make sure.
Um, didn't want to say the true culprit of what happened.
Did we hit something?
Uh, Kier's cat, apparently. Godzilla.
uh, Catzilla
Space cat.
strikes.
Yep, space cat. Apparently, the cat is a better GM than all of us.
At the very least, it knows how to shake the screen.
It
Yep.
definitely knows how to use the threat.
All right, Doctor. You finally dock with Starbase 621. You get off the runabout, probably heading toward the transporter pad to try to get back to your ship or whatever else you wanted to do, hang out, whatever. Um, when you see a bunch of Klingons in the docking ring as you get.
Oh. Alrighty, well, I will kind of try and weave my way through them.
Don't mind me, I'm just populating.
How do the Klingons look?
How familiar is your character with Klingons?
Uh,
I guess this is a
pass
backstory question.
passingly, he could treat one if one came into his sick bay. He probably got one or two on his during his time on Starbase 12. He's culinarily familiar with the Klingons. He knows their food pretty well.
All right, I would say the first thing you notice is that these Klingons do not smell like blood wine. It's almost as if they were given orders to remain sober.
Hmm.
Um, Several of them are still, the boasting Klingons that you would expect, telling stories, laughing, having a good time. Some of the younger ones, you kind of see like an edge of what you would call nervousness, probably. Um, Nervousness, maybe eagerness, something like that.
Anxiety, generalized anxiety.
Yeah.
Refer them to the counselor.
Klingon counseling involves a mechleth.
Yeah.
As you're walking by this group of security officers, this group of Klingons will come. Look what we have here, fellow warriors. This is the best Starfleet can do. Why, if we were to have a fight right now, they wouldn't stand a chance against three glorious Klingon warriors such as ourselves. Look how puny they look. This Klingon will go up to this security officer. Yes, you're right. Why, I could just push this one over very easily. And she gives the security guard a shove and he falls to the ground. And then they all start laughing.
I'm going to kind of step between them and I'm going to say quietly as I go by, Nakshakal Murkov Nek.
You're gonna have to translate for the
I
good
DM'd
GM.
you.
Oh, sweet. This one will respond back in Kling. You dare stand up to a Klingon warrior?
I'll turn, hold my hands up, and say, I would lose. There would be no honor in it for you.
Give me a presence command. Let's call this a difficulty of 1.
Ooh. Can I use doctor's orders for this?
You know what? I think it would apply.
Yes. Okay.
Because it's not specific on what the course of action is, so you're trying to
Uh-huh.
coerce somebody into not into refraining from a course of action. So yeah, I think it applies.
Yay. Okay. And you said diff 2?
1.
1. And just because I have no faith in my presence ability, I'm going to spend 1 momentum for an extra die. So that I can utilize my cautious.
Gain 2. Unless of course you wish to fish.
Nah.
The Klingon warrior, the Klingon will just give out a loud grunt. Huh. At least one of you have some sense. Let's go. And he'll lead his group.
Then I'll walk back over, offer a handout to the security officer.
Thank you, sir. Security's a little stretched thin with all these Klingons on the station.
Apparently. Why are there so many Klingons on the station?
As to why they're here, it's anybody's guess.
Huh.
You see that this is probably enlisted personnel, so you might not have the ins and outs of why they're here.
Okay. Well, careful around the Klingons. And try to keep 1 foot back when you. It helps you balance, or better if they push on you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Just giving him a visual once over. Does he look like there's anything other than a bruised ego on him?
No, just embarrassment from the fall.
All right. I'll hike my travel bag back up and set on out again.
As you pass by, give me an insight security. Diff 1. All right. As you pass by, this Klingon female will give you the good old elevator eyes as you pass by.
I'm sorry, elevator eyes? Oh, an up down?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll head back to the Akatsuki. All right, we'll do a little speed up time here. We'll go to new scene. Um, you have probably been in your patrol route. Let's call it a few hours now, maybe 3 to 4 hours. Um, when Rix, you detect the transport that is coming from Earth on your long range sensors.
Commander, I'm detecting the transport that should be carrying the captain on long-range sensors.
Indeed. What is their status?
So far, so good.
Send the transport's captain a warning of the increased Klingon traffic in the area.
Stood.
Rix, give me a insider reason science, or sorry, insider reason security. Let's call this difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's sensor security.
Difficulty?
I think he said diff 2.
Yeah, diff 2.
See if I have any focuses that apply. Don't think so.
I don't. Our focus
Not,
is I'm
not
looking
in
up.
this, not in this current situation.
No,
I'll give you a threat. Why not? Still early days.
do enjoy threat. And I just need ship sensor security.
On it. Oof, ship is not rolling well today.
Ship still wants to be in dry dock, apparently.
Apparently.
Commander, I'm detecting 3 possible Klingon birds of prey approaching the transport ship.
Possible.
Still on the cloak, but I can still see the silhouettes of them.
Very well. Monitor them. If they make hostile maneuvers, Mr. Moritor will prepare to engage.
Yes, sir. Ready to punch the pedal.
Not yet, Mr. Moore.
So Rix will uh, maintain sensor lock on the Klingons. Let's stand by for now.
All right, I think this will do. All right. Meanwhile, on the transport ship, Captain, you and Arthon are probably looking out the observation lounge. You know, your stuff's all packed, waiting for your time to dock. I'll give you guys a bit of time to role play if you wish.
Captain, it's good to see you. I didn't realize we were on the same transport.
And how was your leave, Ensign?
Well, more eventful than I had hoped, but I guess that comes with the territory of wilderness exploration. I think I've had my fill of Survivor Man activities for a while.
Sounds like an interesting time you had.
And where was it that you went, Captain?
Well, mainly it was Hawaii. Stopped by the Mediterranean for a bit and also a little time in Alaska.
That's an impressive vacation. You went almost everywhere. Hawaii, that sounds nice. Maybe I'll go there next time.
I mean, I had a pleasant time. However, beware of surfer instructors with peg legs.
He'll raise his eyebrow and say, "Well, it seems that we both maybe have some stories from this vacation. I, for one, am looking forward to getting back to the ship and back to my routine."
As do I, Ensign.
Right. As you two are talking, um, your ship enters red alert as you hear, or I don't know if you'll hear this, but as you see Klingon ships decloaking off outside your viewport, and they seem to be making an attack run on your ship.
Arthur will duck down and say, "What the hell was that?"
Klingons preparing for battle. Luckily, I don't think we're on the side that they tend to attack, or we will already be dead. Ensign.
I guess I haven't been paying too close attention to the news since I've been on leave. I'll have to update myself.
No, I think this is a new one for all of us.
Just what we need, more destabilization. First the Dominion, now this.
All right. We'll head back to the Akatsuki Bridge, where you see this happening, as I described. The three ships decloak, do their attack run on the ship, don't actually fire weapons, but then go back to decloaking.
You said they didn't fire weapons?
Correct.
Okay,
They
well, that did.
decloak, simulate an attack run on the transport as if they just unloaded a whole volley of weapons, but then they didn't actually shoot anything, and then they go back to decloaking.
Commander, this is getting out of hand. We can't allow the Klingons to practice combat on our civilian ships. It's
Agreed.
extremely unreasonable.
At any point were their disruptors charged during these attack runs?
Yeah. Fortunately, no, sir, but if this goes on any longer, they might just want to try out their disruptors as well, not just their maneuvering thrusters.
Indeed.
Just as you guys are talking, Rick's on your sensors and probably Midhawk and everyone else on the view screen. Those three Klingon vessels each decloak in a pattern that surrounds your ship. You know, there's probably one forward right, one forward left, and one behind you. They all decloak and they start to do a simulated attack run on the Akatsuki itself.
Says they want to take a stab at us now.
Mr. Moore, evasive pattern beta. Mr. Ricks, prepare the tractor beam. Perhaps we can get their attention. I would like
Finally.
to question one of the captains.
Powering up tractor beam, maximum power.
Right. Give me a control security difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's structure security, I believe.
I'll let someone else roll the ship this time. I've been rolling high.
Control security. I don't have any focuses in tractor beams or such. But I will What is tractor beam? Is it in a post, or how does tractor beam work in 2E?
It's basically just a weapons attack. And then they could try to fight to get out of it. Where I believe difficulty is your tractor beam strength.
Okay.
At least that's how it
Oh.
used to be. It could be different.
Yeah, I haven't done anything like that since 2E, so since 2E came out.
But I believe it's the same.
I'll give you a threat for bold. And considering if I should take the momentum as well. Yeah, I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna. Just bold. It's enough. We'll reroll the 19 just in case. There. Yes, we do. 4.
All right, just need the ship's structure security, please. Gain 3. I don't think I have a tractor beam noise.
Tractor beam initiated. Targeting the nearest Klingon vessel.
You hook him.
We got him, sir.
Hail the Klingons.
With pleasure. Opens the channel.
Attention, Klingon vessel. This is Commander
he-
Mahawk of the USS Akatsuki.
Release my ship now! As he appears on the screen.
Cease your practice on civilian vessels. If you need to target something, I suggest you confer with one of your fellow Klingon captains to act as the bait.
We are Klingons. We will go where we please. Release my ship now, or I will open fire.
You will return to your formation and cease your training activities on civilian vessels. Am I understood?
Mahawk, Presence Command, difficulty 3.
All right. Diff 3, Presence Command. Okay. Not bad at this. Will you accept mental discipline as a focus? Or strategy tactics?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
I was reading your species ability, not the focus. No, I don't think
Yeah.
I'll take those.
Okay. Do I have anything else?
Those would be like persuasion, intimidation.
Yeah, I
something
don't
like
really
that.
have any of those right now. Alright, I will use... I will buy 2 momentum die.
Gain 1. Finally, a Starfleet officer with some spirit. Fine. I'll go back to my formation. I'll leave your precious civilian transport alone. But let me warn you, Commander, if you ever take an aggressive act against one of my vessels again, it will be your last mistake. And he closes
And
the
let me warn. Oh, he closes it? Okay.
Yeah.
Release tractor beam.
Yes, sir. Releasing tractor beam.
Mr. Moore, assume a parallel course with the transport vessel, and let us return to 621.
Aye, sir. Babysitting duties confirmed.
Right, we'll
I'll
go
look
back
down
to
from the view screen at Moore as he says that. Facial expression doesn't change, but there's just the stare, and then he goes back to the screen.
Sorry, sir.
All right, we'll head back to the transport. Where the captain and Arthur, you have probably just seen that exchange with the tractor beams and them making the run on the Akatsuki through the viewport. Because it did not happen that far away from you.
Suppose Commander Mahawk got a little tired of the Klingons' games.
Duncan, you're muted.
That's for sure. Must have been a tense few minutes on the bridge.
I'm sure the Klingon captain wasn't too gracious. Well, Ensign, I think it's time to get our stuff before we dock. I'm sure there's going to be probably a long list of Klingons inside the station.
I'm sure you're right on that, Captain. Yes, I'd best get ready. It looks like the Akatsuki may be needing its bridge crew fairly soon.
All right. Sometime later, the ship, the transport docks with the station. You step out of the airlock, and again, you are just met with crowds and crowds of Klingons, um, joking, laughing, some of them playing with their weapons. Just to make it seem even more popular, I'm going to add more Klingon. And then in the
More
distance,
Klingons.
Captain, you see two Klingons kind of pushing up against the Starfleet officer in the back.
Holding a duffel bag on her shoulder, probably a walking suitcase and a surfboard, she tries to make her way through the Klingon crowd.
Give me a control con. So be a difficulty 0, but a complication 3.
Captain's gonna have to break a surfboard over a Klingon.
Oh yeah, I can see the captain surfboard in one arm, duffel bag in the other. roll stand.
Then it has to. I don't have a reroll.
Okay. All right, Captain, you are trying to make your way to the other end. Um, when you yourself are probably accosted by this first group of Klingons. Uh, Definitely an old, aging warrior, and a younger one. You see this? This is what passes as warriors in the Federation. If we were to go to battle today, they would not stand a chance against us.
May I please pass?
Oh, of course, of course. He'll yell down the hallway, everyone, everyone, please. Let what passes as a Federation warrior pass by. Remember, they are soft and delicate. Do not touch them or they will break. And the entire hallway starts laughing as they move to the side to let you pass.
Oh, thank you. I'm such a delicate flower, you see. I appreciate it. And she just walks on by.
Arthur will stick close to the captain, but he'll mutter under his breath, "Very gracious guests."
She just continues, uh, and stops and looks at the security officer and goes, "Is everything all right?"
Yes, ma'am, we're a little stretched thin at the moment, and things are getting a bit tense with all the Klingons.
Carry on.
Yes, ma'am. You enter the next part of the hallway, and again, it's just seas of Klingons everywhere. All of them, as you pass by, seem to be eyeing you guys up, as if trying to see, um, basically playing in their mind how they think a fight would go against you.
My captain just smiles at them pleasantly as she continues down.
All right. For those that are on the station, where are you guys at slash going?
Uh, Captain is going to try to get back to, at least get to the Akatsuki.
All right.
So I guess heading towards a transporter room.
Okay. This was kind of directed at Valen as well. But I have an idea of where you guys can all meet up. So you guys will make your way down to a transporter room in the station. Uh, budget restraints, we'll call this one it. Doctor, you and Arthur get to the transporter room, and you see the doctor in it already waiting.
Captain, Ensign, how was your shore leave?
Mine was quite pleasant. I think the ensign has a story to tell.
Do you, Ensign? What was her name? I can't tell if he's talking and I'm not hearing it or if something's wrong with his audio.
Sorry, can you say that again?
She said the captain said you had a story to tell, and I said, oh, really? What was her name?
Well, Doctor, I think we both have stories, but needless to say, it was an eventful leave.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Shore leave is supposed to be relaxing.
It wasn't a bad adventure, a mixed bag like anything, but I'm ready to get back on the ship, especially with everything that seems to be going on here.
Indeed, so many Klingons and not a feast in sight. Chief, are they ready for us yet?
Yes, sir, they are standing by.
Wonderful. I'll look back over at the captain and the ensign and go, shall we?
Stand by. Energizing.
Mr. Gardner, have you thought about doing it? Welcome back, Captain.
Sorry.
Doctor, Ensign.
It's good to be back, Commander.
Your time away
So you've
was
had
a
some
relaxing
fun.
one? Apologies. Please continue.
Yes. It seems like you've had some interesting time with the Klingons.
There was a group of flies buzzing around the station. I simply caught one before it could cause any problems.
I see. Anything to report, Commander?
Ship maintenance is complete. The upgrades to the sick bay have been completed as well. Dr. Kial has reported the upgrades are satisfactory, although, Doctor, I believe you will want to examine them yourself. Well, yes, of course. Captain, I return the ship to you.
Thank you, Commander. If you don't mind, I'd like to get settled back into my quarters.
Of course. I will see you on the bridge.
Ensign, Doctor, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Captain. As I was saying,
And the
Mr.
captain's
Gardner,
gonna head to our quarters.
there are cross-training opportunities available if you would like one. I believe Sickbay has stated they would be willing to cross-train first aid for other departments.
now, why would I need that, Commander? I'm so happy in engineering. Right here, behind my console. Safe.
I understand that. However, cross-training and additional skill specializations are a good way to advance oneself within Starfleet. I am simply informing you that the option is here.
But you need a superior's approval, no?
Mr. Gardner, I am in charge of personnel on this ship.
Well, yes, I would just that Commander Kane would need to approve it as well, of course.
If interdepartmental cross-training is not his purview, it is mine.
So he's not in charge of it?
No. If you wish to take up the program, you would come to me.
And he couldn't decline the,
If he has problems with your temporary reassignment, he may address them to me.
I mean, not that he'd have any, of course. I'll think on it, sir.
Very well. Ensign, welcome back. And Mahak will also depart the transporter room.
Arthenwaltz will start heading towards quarters.
Valen will kind of come up to the console and go, "It is true. The cross-training thing is kind of my idea. I've been asking for some more help around the sick bay."
Yeah, I'll give it some thought. Not that I'm very skilled at medicine or anything.
Well, we'd teach you.
Yep. I'm just gonna do maintenance over here. I'll. Thank you. And just ducks under the console to get away from the conversation.
And the doctor will head out. Kind of jog to catch up with Arthen as the scene goes black.
All right. Are there any scene anyone would like to do before I go to next event?
Yeah, like I typed, just Gus handing over the con to Arthur.
Yep. Yeah, we'll do that one.
Could
I
be
just
one.
wanted to see if there's any other ones people wanted to do. All right, we'll call this a good hour and a half after the captain and the group from Earth get onto the ship, where Arthur heads onto the bridge for start of his duty shift, I would imagine.
And we'll step on over to the helm console and say, "Yes, how's it been since I've been gone?"
Ah, the man himself have returned. Well, I suppose I'll give her up for now. No, it's been good. I've been on the engineering department of uh, increasing power to the inertial dampeners. You know, getting the thrust mix real correct. You know, they always take a back seat when it comes to improving engine power for real. You know, gotta get ahead of these things. But no, she's all slimmed out. She's still a little bit sluggish, I have to say, but she'll do. She'll do. How's your vacation? You were going to Earth, right?
It was an adventure. I'll tell you about it in the mess later. But I did get a
Okay.
chance to see your fancy flying earlier today with the Klingons. That was some good work.
Oh, that child's play. You know, I don't think there's any Klingon that could even call themselves a pilot compared to us. I know they try, but mostly they just run into things. We actually try to avoid running into things here.
That is very true. Well, if you're
Oh,
ready to turn over, I'm happy to take my post.
yeah, I'll hand her over to you. I'll get down to the shuttle bay, see if I can get some of those actually, the air shuttle needs some maintenance too. I'll have a look, see if they've done anything there. He steps out of the con. Cheers to yours.
I'll see you later, Gus.
Oh, you might want to tighten up the seat. I always keep it very loose, you know, just so I can reach all of the console. Anyway, see you later.
Mr. Moore, before you depart, when Commander
Ah,
Kane
yes, sir.
returns, you might spend some time down in engineering. While ship's maintenance was complete, you are correct. Fine-tuning of the thrust curves for the impulse engines and the thruster assemblies is not part of the routine. You may wish to spend some time with him fine-tuning that to your liking.
That grease monkey, I'm not sure he'd allow me to tamper with the engines even if he wanted to. But now that it's gone, I can do some magic. Maybe I'll enlist that Garner fella. He seems quite able, even though he's, well,
Skittish?
peculiar, I'd say. But there's still some potential in him.
Very well. And do make sure to reserve some of your enthusiasm. My helmsman training simulation is approaching.
Commander, how can I not be enthused by that news? I'm gonna be thinking about that the whole day now.
You are dismissed, Mr. Moore.
Aye, sir. He leaves.
And Mahak goes and takes his usual seat in the second officer spot. Or the first officer spot.
All right. We'll do the next event now. I'm going to send this to Rix because I would imagine you always have your eyes on the scent with a
Especially
whole
now.
fleet of Klingons around. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sir, it seems
You report, Mr. Ricks?
of course I was muted. Well, sir, it seems the imminent danger has passed. I'm reading all Klingon ships departing on the cloak.
Do you have their exit vector?
Calculating that now, sir.
That would need to be a roll. I'm thinking either science or con, so whoever wants to roll it.
And so, Northern, I'm sending you their last known coordinates. Think you can plot their trajectory for me?
I'll enter it in the nav computer now, Commander.
All right, this is going to be an insight or reason with science or con, difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's sensors. And then whatever department is rolled.
Will you take astronavigation for focus?
I will.
Take 1 threat for my reroll.
I just need
It was a
ships.
diff 2, right?
Yeah, ship sensors con, please. All right, right now you're gaining 1.
I'm happy with that.
Give me 1 second. Okay, so you guys are at Starbase 621 here. The Klingon ships seem to be heading off in this direction, directly south.
Arthen will report. Commander, I think I have a bearing on the position of the Klingons.
Go ahead.
And he'll show the commander the routing, I guess. It's difficult to pinpoint precisely, but I'm confident that they'll be in this area.
There are more direct routes towards the Badlands. I am unsure where they would be going in that direction. Mr. Ricks, speculation?
Such a large fleet heading straight towards Cardassian space? Can be good, sir.
One might call it prelude to invasion.
Hopefully the Klingons won't be that stupid.
I would generally assume not. However, depending on the situation abroad, I cannot be certain. Forward our information to Starfleet Command. Captain on the bridge.
If I didn't know better, someone's either died or there's troubling news.
The Klingon fleet has departed 621. Best guess is they are headed towards Cardassian space. Objective unknown.
Seems the rumors are true.
Rumors, Captain?
It's speculation within Starfleet intelligence that Klingons are preparing an invasion of Cardassia, but it's unfounded at this point. If I'd seen if they're heading towards Cardassia, it's more likely that's their target.
For what reason would they head towards Cardassia?
No one knows at this point, Commander.
I have instructed Mr. Ricks to forward our information to Starfleet Command and back to 621. Captain, the ship is in full working order. I return the Akatsuki to you.
What's our current crew complement? Has everyone returned from shore leave?
We are still waiting for the return of Commander Kane and the engineering team. The Tijuana is still
see.
16 hours away.
Mr. Riggs, put the ship on alert. Hopefully, whatever the Klingons are doing doesn't spill over into Federation space.
Aye, sir. Making ready for departure.
Commander, how long has you been on duty?
This will be my 9th hour, Captain.
Go ahead and get some rest. I'll relieve you of duty.
Very well, Captain. And welcome back.
Thank you, Commander.
Before Mahawk enters the turbolift, Rix will move over quickly and just say, Commander,
Yes,
I was
Commander.
wondering if I could speak with you when you have time after my shift is over.
Of course.
Thank you. I'll look you up.
When you are available. Now, step into the turbo lift. Deck 2.
Why does everyone go through the door to the washroom for the turbo lift?
Oh yeah, forgot. Because I'm used to Galaxy class. That's where the turbo lift is the back right.
I have no idea what all these doors are for. Apparently, there's 4 of them.
One side is the conference room. The opposite side is the captain's ready room. One should be a hallway to the back of deck 1, And then the other one should be a turbo
is
lift to the
here.
straight to the bridge.
Turbolift is next to the security station, and then the hallway to the backside where, like, the little mess hall in the washrooms are at. On deck 1.
What's this door for?
That's the
Or is
briefing
that
room
not a
and
door?
conference room.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's a door. Ensign, I think it's time for you to get a little command in you. The bridge is yours. Notify me of any changes on the Klingon patterns.
Yes, of course, Captain. I've begun.
Don't break the shit.
All right. While the captain is away, I'll give this good opportunity for any free RP before next event. So whoever has any scenes they'd like to run, now is the perfect opportunity. Oh, by the way, we are getting ever closer to that brand new star year of 4900. So yeah, we're maybe like point 0.4 away from it.
I'll get to hear Mahawk sing Old Lang Syne in Vulcan.
Yeah, but Rix will look up Mahawk at the earliest convenience. That's in mess hall or his quarters or whatever.
Probably the mess hall.
Okay, we could head to the mess. Let me get it populated first. All right, floor is yours.
Mahawk will be sitting at the bar, sipping a cup of tea and reading over a pad.
Rix will enter and notice Mahawk and just sit in the seat. Actually, just take a quick drink from the replicator and then sit next to him.
Mr. Rix.
I wish to express my official thanks for the help you provided with Naira's, excuse me, Miss Drell's hearing. It was very thoughtful of you.
You are welcome, Mr. Rix. I try to do whatever I can for the crew of my ship.
Considering she technically wasn't part of the crew, that was still an admirable thing you did.
You misunderstand me, Mr. Rix. You are part of my crew.
see the. Well, despite that, I do have some concerns, given that Captain Hayes tried once to have Mistral arrested and foiled this time. I'm not sure he's gonna back down from this one attempt. I fear he's going to go after her with even more fervor with another attempt somehow. I know she's not on board right now, since she's taken care of with Starfleet for the moment. However, I do still have the concerns about Captain Haynes, and I was wondering if at any time I needed help with, so to speak, foiling another one of his plans. If I could count on your support once again.
I am always willing to give what aid I can, Mr. Rex, although in matters of secrecy and espionage, I will say my aid is limited. But, as I have stated, I will do what I can.
Well, I think dealing with Hayes would require some more open tactics, if you understand my meaning.
Indeed.
Your contact was very valuable, and I would hope that you have more in case it comes to it. I'm not enlisting it now, I'm merely asking as a precaution.
I understand.
Undoubtedly, Captain Hayes wouldn't look at us very favorably either.
Undoubtedly. That being said, most of my favors within the Admiralty are in the personnel division. A conflict of interest, such as the one you brought to me, was well within my ability to assist with. If you believe I may be of similar help in the future, you may bring your troubles to me, and I will offer what I can.
Very much appreciated, sir. Thank you. I'll leave you to your leisure time. Thank you.
You are welcome, Commander. Oh, and Commander, if you feel you need to keep a closer eye on Miss Drell, it would be possible to offer her an enlisted commission to this ship.
Interesting idea, Commander. Although I'm not sure that Miss Drell is considering reapplying to Starfleet in an official capacity. However, I will present the offer to her.
Indeed. Most likely her skills would be best put to use in the security department or engineering department. It would be interesting to have a computer expert of her caliber on board the ship. It would give Commander Kane a reason to keep his skills sharp.
Now that alone would make it worth it. If you'll pardon my free speech.
And you'll watch as Mahawk gets just the barest hint of a smile on his face before turning back to the pad he was reading.
Thank you, Commander. I'll let you know if she takes you up on the offer.
Good day, Mr. X.
Commander. And Rix politely leaves.
Right, Rix, you going off duty, back to the bridge, just so I know where to place you.
I assume this would have been at the end of his shift, so he's probably off duty right now.
Okay. I mean, we are probably getting close to a night shift coming on.
Delta shift.
Any other free scenes we want to run before I go to next event?
I don't have anything current.
I'm good.
All right. Heading back to the bridge. I think we'll enter new scene here. We're probably sitting at about just after ship's time 2300. So really, I would need who would be on the bridge at this point.
It'll probably be night shift is Therak, Fox, and probably Walker. Or Gus, depending on how far into the night we are.
Well, Gus was on day shift, so yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it would be Gus.
So that'd be Walker.
It could be Arthur because he started shift late.
Yeah, Arthur
What
can
was the other
stay
name
on.
you said?
Lox,
Got him.
science officer. The guy who's already up there. He's usually our off person.
Well, this works for me for a night shift. Captain, you hanging out in the ready room, or did you head back to quarters? Okay. All right. Anyone can feel free to play anybody, but really quick, I do need to know who is playing Theric.
That'll be me.
Okay. I'm gonna send you something. Where the hell are you? There you go.
Arthur, are you seeing this? Look on your sensors.
And he'll open it and take a look.
I think the Klingons are back in town. Captain to the bridge, please. Captain, I think the Klingons are back. Yeah, using the modifications.
What's the situation?
There's a whole gaggle of cloaking silhouettes coming towards us. A lot of them. Can't tell how many. They're tightly packed together. Arthur, are you seeing the same thing as I am?
Yes, I am. I can't get a good track of numbers either. This type of maneuvering suggests that they're in combat formation.
Hiding their numbers. All right. Captain, I'd
Yellow
call that an
alert.
attack posture. Yellow alert. Aye, sir.
Ship registers yellow alert.
Notify 621 of the situation.
Aye, sir. Transmitting now. Captain, if that whole squadron is coming towards us, we're not going to be a match for them by ourselves.
Klingons are still technically our allies.
Technically?
All right, what are you guys doing?
Are we still near 621, or have we moved off from them?
You're probably holding near 621. You know, you're still waiting on crew.
Okay. Should probably. Captain, suggestion. Let's move about 5,000 kilometers, maybe 50,000 to the side of 621, see if we can't link off of their sensors and get a better scan of them.
Agreed. Helm? Move us within position.
Aye, sir.
All right, give me a control con, difficulty 1 to get to the exact location you guys want, assisted by ship's engines come.
Helm operations for focus?
Yep.
Right.
Did you give me a threat?
I did. Yes, sorry.
Now the ship wants to roll good.
Mm-hmm.
Geez, gain 5, so you have 2 float.
Anyone want to do anything with the float?
What's it called when they link a bunch of antennas together to scan a bigger thing? Interferometry or something like that? Yeah. Since we've moved to a new position to use the station sensors as well as ours and kind of get like a more 3D, 2D scan, can we get a trait for that?
Oh, sorry, say that again?
I said since we've moved over and then used the station sensors in tandem with ours to try and create a more complete image, can we get some kind of a trait based on that? Um,
Sure, I'll give like mechanically like
a -1 difficulty to scans against the
yes.
fleet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Derek will look over across the bridge. Locks, you picking anything up? Oh, we don't have anyone playing locks right now, do we? Shit.
I think Kane usually takes locks.
Yeah. I can roll for locks.
Sorry, what was the question?
Locks is gonna make an enhanced scan off of the new configuration. See what he can pick up about the fleet.
Okay.
How many, if they're showing signs of damage, or if they're coming in weapons hot, or anything like that.
All right. First off, let me look at one of their ships really quick. Think we have them in here somewhere. I'd imagine we have Klingon ships in here. Do we not? Oh, here they are. Sorry, I'm just trying to think up of a difficulty here. Um, do, do. Tell you what, let's go with a difficulty 3 adjusted with everything. And if you pass a difficulty 3, you could get pretty detailed stuff.
Okay.
But it'll be success. It will be succeed at cost. It's just what you can and can't learn will be adjusted. Will be adjusted.
Okay. Sensor operations is a focus.
Yep. Don't forget to activate.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Come to me, big book. Actually, I'll do that in a minute. Let me get this roll done first. Okay, so 2 momentum for the cautious. And sensor operations is a focus.
You want to roll 1 dice or 2 dice?
Two extra dice.
And it'll be all 3 unless you give me threat. Oh wait, you guys are maxed, aren't you?
Yeah, we were maxed.
Doy.
All right, so it's 4 focus. All right.
All right. Just need ship sensor science, please. Right. That is 7 successes. So you gain 4. You have a float. All right. So just some of the initial things that I could give you with a good roll like that. Locks, you're not able to get an exact um, like it's still hard to break up individual ships, but what you are able to detect are power signatures, and you probably detect at least 24 power signatures of ships of various Klingon sizes. Probably the vast majority, you reckon about 20 are the birds of prey, and then 4 are the larger battle cruisers. I guess those would be called the
The Vorcha cruiser?
yeah.
Or
I
something
was about to
smaller
say
like a Katinga.
the Vorcha.
Vorcha, okay.
Yeah, the Vorcha. Then the rest are the bird of preys.
Okay. And I'll relay that to the captain. Okay. Captain, I'm estimating about 4 battle cruisers and at least 20 birds of prey in that formation. Um, with the one float, can I ask another question?
Yeah.
Does their signature and/or trail show any anomalies? Like, are they trailing signs of plasma fire? Like they've gotten their asses beat? Uh, are they like? I'm trying to tell if this is a retreat or if this is something else, or if they're coming
I'll
in on
answer
an
it.
attack run.
I'll take it. I believe that is the answer to you were looking for.
Captain, that's definitely an attack formation.
Red alert.
Alert, aye, sir.
I would say this is probably about the time that Rix comes back on the bridge. Chief, I relieve you.
Welcome back, Commander. Got a fleet of about 24 of them. 4 big, 20 small, all angry.
That's
Step
all?
out from so far.
Prepare for boarding measures, just in case.
Aye, sir. Step into the turbo lift and head towards the armory.
Captain, what are your orders?
Stand in defensive. Commander, we let the Klingons make the first move here.
Understood. I recommend rewriting auxiliary powered shields, just in case.
make it so.
Can I preemptively use the modulate shields action? I think that's
I don't see why not.
get my book up. Do we have little reference cards in Foundry?
They should be in the journals.
All right. Any other actions you guys will take in the minutes before the Klingons arrive?
Quick question. I know Mahawk should return to the bridge as part of a red alert. Do we want to just put him there symbolically and I keep him being locks, or...
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
Security.
For roleplay purposes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Modulate shields.
All right. So anything anyone would like to do, the Klingons will be here in matter of minutes.
It just happens.
Mahawk will come onto the bridge, take his seat, and go over and say, "The Klingons, Captain?"
The Klingons.
Have we attempted to hail them?
She looks over to whoever's running communications. Has 61 initiated any communications to the Klingon fleet?
They have been trying nonstop, from what I can see, Captain. They have not received any answers back.
Not
Like a
encouraging.
space swarm heading for you. Don't know when to run or to fight.
Well, in a situation like this, I would suggest gravitic mines. When they get close enough, they trigger one and it pulls them out of warp. It's a good way to throw off an attack pattern, but I do not believe we have any.
Far as I'm aware, the Klingons are still our allies. This is
Indeed.
merely a training exercise for them.
Let us hope they remember as such.
Everyone's sensors would read that the Klingons are 100,000 kilometers in closing.
We should probably return to the side of 621. We are out of position for a reasonable defense.
Ensign, initiate defense pattern Alpha 12. Keep us within 1 kilometer of the station.
Just as your ship moves into positions, the Klingon vessel wrong sound effect. The Klingon vessel starts to decloak just as they get to the station. Each vessel initiating an attack run on the station and firing something toward the station.
Lox would like to see if he can figure out what they're shooting at the station.
Give me excuse me. Give me a reason insight engineering. Difficulty of 2.
You said reason engineering?
Reason or insight.
Reason or insight. Okay.
This is a thinking task.
Okay, so sensor operations not going to cut it? As a
Uh,
focus?
You know what? It'll be fine because I'd imagine you're scanning it. So assisted by ship sensors engineering.
Okay, and you said diff 2?
Yes.
Alright. 1 for cautious. And I'll let that stand.
All right. Just need ship sensors engineering, please.
Got it.
Jeez, ship. Gain 3. Gives 2 float. Okay. I'll give you a very brief moment, Locks, to say something, but then it's narration time.
They're practicing, Captain. It's simulated torpedoes, I think.
And just as Locks reports that on your view screen, you start seeing these simulated torpedoes impacting the station's shields and exploding in a burst of what appears to be a old Earth fireworks display. And after each vessel drops its payload, they recloak and head off.
Another Klingon game.
Kavadaya, Commander.
Finally, one last Klingon ship decloaked. Does
The
its
humans say
attack
Happy
run.
New Year.
Does its attack run, but this time, Locks, you notice that it is not a simulated torpedo, but instead, after that impacts its shields, where'd it go? Kira, I need your cat to do ship shake. Your ship is hit with a massive shock wave and all of your power systems have turned off. If I could make darkness happen quickly, I would. That looks fine.
Emergency lights.
Switching to backups. Attempting to restore emergency power.
Mahawk will reach under his seat and grab the emergency beacon and hold out the flashlight. Is everyone unharmed?
Fine, Commander. What the hell was that?
Mr. Locks, I do not believe that was a simulated torpedo. I don't know, sir. All the other ones were pyrotechnic displays.
Ensign, what's our helm status? Ensign Arthur, status report.
Mahawk will move down to check on the ensign, see if he's okay.
Thrusters, impulse, and warp engines are all down. We're sitting ducks.
Status at emergency power, Commander.
Attempting to re-establish contact. Everything is offline. Give me a moment.
Mahawk will move over to the engineering console and see if he can't do it.
Give me a control engineering difficulty of 2.
Okay. Will you accept?
And actually, scratch that. Difficulty 3. I have
Okay.
threats.
Repairs and maintenance is a focus.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will call upon the powers of procedural compliance. And use 1 momentum for an additional die. And I'm only going to roll 2 dice and just assume a 1.
It just says a success, not a crit success.
Well,
so.
assume a success.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. When you said 1, I was thinking crit success.
And
Right
you
now
said
you're
it
at 2.
Okay. I will use my value to reroll. That's 16. I'll call upon be as reliable as the old stone.
That works for me. All right, Commander Mahawk, you go to the engineering station trying to get backup power back on, the backup systems, and it takes you a lot longer than you really want it to. Um, if you were not Vulcan, it would probably start to upset you. But after a few minutes, let's call it about 10 or so, you're finally able to get the backup system back online. So everything starts to glow red and the emergency lighting and all that.
Emergency power online, Captain.
Re-raising shields.
Then I'll turn off my beacon and put it away.
I'll attempt to scan and see what's happening outside.
Did power go off again? Or did...
No, I'm trying to get red light,
Gotcha.
and there it is. Playing with the lights, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, light color. Where are you? Light color. There you are. That should work, right? Emergency lighting is in red.
Mm-hmm.
All right, roleplay floor is yours.
Rix was just saying he was gonna make a scan, see what's happening outside.
Captain, with your permission, I will depart for engineering to see if I can return the ship to regular power.
I guess so.
My token's not moving.
I see it move.
It is on our screen.
Oh, well, every time I move it, it keeps rubber banding back to the spot between the two seats.
Captain, the sensors are still offline. I can't get a reading on what's happening out there.
Well, then I think it calls for a visual inspection, Commander.
Locks will chime up. Run to a window, Captain?
Yes, run to a window.
And Locks will make his way down and over to the conference room window.
All right, Locks, I'll tell you what you see in the message.
Run back in. Captain, station's dark as well. I don't see any Klingons out that side.
Klingons shouldn't have access to this kind of technology.
Permission to use your ready room window, Captain?
Go ahead.
Darkness and stars, sir.
Rix will check if the intercom is offline or not. Okay, offline.
Mr.
Captain,
Locke,
at this
work
point,
on trying
I
to get
su-
sensors back up.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Commander.
Captain, at this point, I recommend we launch the Aero Shuttle or one of our other shuttles. They should still be operational.
Get down there and see if the Aero Shuttle is operational. It still could have been affected.
Aye, sir. Rix
Can
leaves
assist
to-
him, Captain.
Unfortunately not. It says if we get thrusters online, I want us to move her away from the station.
Lox will chime in. She's got a point, Arthur. Those things are big enough to have a significant gravity field all on their own. I'd hate to be pulled into it.
Rix will leave the bridge and head down to the Aero Shuttle hangar.
Great. I believe Mahawk was heading to engineering, yeah?
Correct.
What a day for your engineer to be to be late on his return.
Mahawk has rolled twice now. Is he activated effectively?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Oh god, that one's the club light.
Oh, Kane's RGB system.
Yep. Click and drag. Click and drag does nothing. Sorry, I'm trying to set up a light in here. Alright, well, I'll bring it to the main engineering. I don't want to screw up his RBG light. Oh, I see. Okay.
And actually, on my way down to engineering, I'm going to swing through the transporter bay and grab Gardner. So it'll be both Gardner and I arriving in engineering.
All right. I believe you're in engineering, and you should see red. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
First blush, looking around the room. Are panels lighted up?
No.
Okay. Warp core. Glowing, not glowing?
Well, here's what it looks like glowing.
So warp core is not online right now.
Correct.
Very well.
Let me throw generic Starfleet in. Yeah, there'll still be engineers, but
Yeah. Gamma shift engineers.
yeah.
Mahawk will stroll in. Status report.
Everything's offline, sir. We're trying to get power restored, but what happened?
We were hit by an unknown weapon from a Klingon ship. Mr. Gardner, please focus on opening up the pathways from the backup fusion plants. See what we can get power to. Or at the very least, find out what is preventing these things from happening. Nope, Briggs isn't here right now. Alright, so Mahawk is going to start delving into the power
Sorry,
system.
I didn't realize I've been muted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Kane is going to fire me. Kane is going. Well,
Mr.
that's actually
Gardner.
good.
Just walk over, clap a hand on either side of his head. Mr. Gardner, please focus. Kane is not here right now. You and I are here right now. We can fix this. You will assist me. Are we
Yep.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Kane is not here right now. You do not need to worry about him. Worry about restoring power.
Yes, sir. Restore power. Yes, sir.
Check the EPS systems first.
I'll see if the fusion reactors can be brought online.
Very good. And while Kane is checking fusion reactors, I'm going to look at the EPS system and see what's stopping things up.
Okay, Gardner, I'm going to need you to give me an insight engineering difficulty 1 for your end. Mahawk, I'm going to need you to give me insight engineering difficulty 2 on your end.
This is an activation for Gardner.
Yes.
Should give him a talent. Well, yeah, already has a talent. Not a talent. Improve a department. New focus. Let's give him a new focus. EPS plasma system. What are they called? EPS power systems. Is that what they call it?
Yep, something like that.
Yeah, the focus list just calls it electroplasma systems, which is what EPS is.
What do they usually say? EPS systems? Is that what they say, or do they say
EPS
power
conduits, or the EPS.
Check that later. EPS power systems. That for now. Tell me the role, please. Again.
Insight engineering diff 1.
Insight Engineering.
Then Mahawk, yours is Diff 2.
I'll take a dice.
I would like to use procedural compliance again.
Gardner should definitely not have bolt engineering. Interesting.
I thought you were
That's
going to
fine,
change
Mahawk.
that.
Probably. But I've forgotten he had it.
All right, Gardner, you get your momentum back. On the fusion generators, several components have been overloaded by what appears to be an EMP pulse that overloaded your power systems. You can start bringing fusion generators back online, but you're going to have to replace the parts one by one.
Sir, this is going to take a while.
Do what you can.
Hi, sir.
All right. So, procedural compliance, 1 momentum for an extra die. So 2 successes.
All right. Mahawk, you start looking over the EPS systems, right? The conduit systems is what you're looking at?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, he looked at battery. I'm looking at the wiring.
So the same thing you're kind of seeing the same thing. Your ship was hit with a EMP pulse from being in close proximity to the station, and several of the wires themselves seems to have been overloaded in places, and you are either going to need to replace the damaged conduits, or you are going to have to reroute around the damaged sectors.
All right. Well, right now immediate is better, so I'm going to try and reroute.
Okay. All right. So kind of like how this will work. So basically, the way I see this working, it's you guys are gonna have to basically bring power back onto each individual department on a emergency level basis only, and then once each department is brought back up, then you could probably get the warp core back online. You know, enough departments will be back up to bring the main power back.
Well, then I believe we'll start with sciences.
And then every time you bring back a system, I'm going to jump back to the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can react to what you guys are doing. Okay. And then for Rix's part, you probably will get to the just to cut a little bit of time here, Rix. You're going to get to the Aero shuttle, and you're going to see that it was 2 hit with the EMP blast, and will require extensive work to get space worthy again.
Okay.
I dumped a lot of threat to make all this stuff happen.
I assumed as much. Hmm,
So what I'm saying is Rix can go
Back
somewhere
to the bridge.
back to the bridge engineering wherever you need to / want to.
Just because it's fun, I'm assuming Gus is at the Aero shuttle because he was. He said he was gonna be here.
Probably.
So Rix is probably just meeting up with or not Garner, Gus, and just. Mr. Moore, what's the status of the Aero shuttle? She's broke, man. She's out. As cold as the Akatsuki, really. I've tried to fix her, but man, there's some work that's gonna be done. I need some grease monkeys here. This is way above my pay grade. Understood. Keep trying. We might still need the air shuttling just in case. All right, sir. But like I said, gonna need some grease monkeys in here. Well, the priority is the ship, so you'll have to make do. Fine, I'll get my hands dirty. Already showered 2 times today. Eric's is
Hey,
gonna
Bob.
go back to the bridge.
Okay. All right, we'll stick with engineering. All right, so you guys know the situation, how to get out of it. You guys decide what to work on first, and I'll give you guys roles.
I think we're gonna do science department first, and then engineering department afterwards.
Okay. Really, what I meant was like sensors, comms, engines,
Oh.
blah blah blah.
Gotcha. Okay. Sensors first.
Okay. So Garner, to fix the backup generator for the sensor system. This is going to be. I'm just going to give you a daring engineering if you're trying to do it quick. Control engineering if you're not. Really, what I need to know is: are you trying to work fast or work safe?
Commander, there's kind of 2 ways of going about it. Either we do a safe manual restart, like safe mode, or I can hotwire some wires, so to speak, and get it up and running, although it might short circuit at any moment.
Let us take the safe mode approach, Mr. Gardner.
Aye, sir.
I will assist you from the engineering console.
He ducks into a Jeffries tube and disappears into the bowels of the ship.
All right,
This will be
Gardner,
a
since you are
control.
working safe, this will be a control engineering, but the difficulty will be 3.
Mahawk will assist.
Okay. I saw you working on the reroute for the power conduits.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So he's doing that. You're working on the reroute.
Okay, I'm gonna take. I guess because he has bold, I'll give you a threat.
I do like threaten this situation.
Although I will have to change that later. I'll have to make a note of that. I'll also take an additional 2 momentum to roll 4 dice total.
We'll have to change it for Gardner from cautious engineering to paranoid engineering.
Yeah. Paranoid. Emergency repairs or ectoplasma systems focus.
This very much seems like emergency. Gain 1. All right, Mahawk, you're reading that he got one of the generators online. Now you need to divert power to the sensors. So this is probably, yours is going to be daring engineering, any way you slice it. I think I'm going to make yours a difficulty 2, but a complication range 3, since you said you were bypassing as opposed to replacing.
Okay.
I've got one of the conduits online, sir. Try and go ahead and reroute.
Understood, Mr. Gardner. Stand by. Alrighty. 3 div 2. A momentum for an extra die. Procedural compliance for 1 success. And electroplasma systems is the focus.
Yep. This is a pretty good talent. I can let you succeed at cost.
Yeah, I'll take the succeed at cost.
Okay, to the bridge. All right. At all of your stations, you suddenly get limited, and I mean very limited, sensor capabilities. I'm talking like you get sensors for maybe like 10 kilometers.
Blocks will chime in. Captain, we've got eyes. A little bit nearsighted, but we've got eyes.
Understood. Shellax, keep an eye on those sensors, make sure we don't drift too close to the station.
Understood, sir.
As soon as
At
they
least we'll
get
know it's coming. Go ahead.
As soon as thrusters come back online, Hanson needs you to have maneuver us at least 8 kilometers away from the station.
Okay. Anything else you wish to do with sensors, or do we send it back down to engineering?
Nothing on my end.
All right. Back down to the engineering. Oh, back to the bridge.
The shortest scene in history.
I'm going to spend threats. Arthur, I'm going to send you something.
Yep.
Just
Take it
to
as a
create a
gift.
little bit of urgency, I think. And this is where I ask engineering not to meta anything.
Arthur will call out, Captain. Navigational systems are back up, but it looks like we're drifting on a collision course with the station.
Correct our course, Ensign.
Oh, you don't have any helm control. You're just reading that you're drifting toward it.
Mr.
Oh, wait,
Law,
I'm assuming like
is
turbo
there...
lifts are offline.
No, I'm gonna say those are on.
Okay.
When you got the backup
Mr.
systems
Lux,
up.
are internal sensors working?
GM.
Limited.
Some of them, sir.
Question, are we drifting starboard or port?
GM.
Whatever left is.
Left is port.
Starboard. Yes. Sorry, my mistake. Port is this. I was wanted starboard to be left.
I always keep it straight by remembering that port and left have the same number of letters.
Yeah, but
Hey,
it
that's a
still
good way
doesn't
to
make
think
sense
about
to
it.
me.
After 6 years in the Navy, I just call it port and starboard even when I'm not on a ship anymore.
That's fair.
Became too ingrained.
Is Rick's back on board the bridge? Nice.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that took some time.
Shuttles are out of function, ma'am.
Curator, I need you to get to port side thruster control. I'm gonna need you to
Right.
manually fire the thruster.
I understand. Sir, on my way. Brisk jog this morning. It's fun because they did this very thing in the last Strange New Worlds episode I saw.
Did they?
Yeah.
I've
Oh, and
never
Vogel
seen
thought
it.
he was
To
being
that
creative.
or vet the deck.
No, not vent the deck, but manually operate thrusters.
Hey, I'm just Cedar pantsing this entire episode. I have no notes. I just had an idea.
And they
But
used
I'll be
telephones to talk to each other, which was kind of okay. We don't have to go that far.
All right, so Rix is ordered to go fire the thrusters, port thrusters, I'd imagine, manually. All right, so yeah, we'll have you get down to the thruster control on whatever deck that's located on. This is going to be, I think, has to be difficult though. So I am thinking
Does it really have to be?
that this is going to be a daring engineering.
Where's my technical manual book? It's probably says
Diff-
some bullshit about this.
Difficulty 4, I think.
Woo!
Oh wow. Okay.
This is the save the ship roll. It's got to be difficult, right?
Oh. Hmm.
You know, you got to fire thrusters at just the right amount to get the ship to stop. Any further, you're going to spin it the other way.
Okay. Daring engineering. I don't have any focus. I'll give you. Let's see. I'll give you 4 threats. I'll use the last momentum to gain all 5 dice. Don't have any focus. That's not a good roll. So close. Hmm.
Does the roll stand?
Don't have the values that would apply in this situation, but could I use a mission direct? I don't know what our mission directives are.
I
Not
think your
die.
mission directive at this point is to save the ship.
Yeah. So can I use a mission directive for a determination
Yeah.
spell?
Yeah, I would probably even take for the Federation at this point.
If you say so.
I could see that fitting.
How are the rules on this? Do I have to reroll all the dice or just the ones I
No,
want?
you get to choose.
I get to choose.
Yeah.
I reroll 17 and 18, so 2 dice.
There you go.
Fun.
Gain momentum back. All right. On the bridge, as you're anxiously waiting for Rix to hit the thruster controls, finally your ship does jolt the other way. Where did? Do I have ship shake on here? Yes, I do. As the ship shakes and it puts it away from from falling into the station.
Well, that's done. I have no
Ensign, what's
way
our
of reporting
drift?
back.
What'd you say, Captain?
Ensign, how is our drift?
Recalculating now, Captain.
And with 8 threat, we're in a flat spin.
GM, how's our drift looking?
I'm getting it.
Okay.
Everyone keep a close eye on the threat pool. If it goes down, we know there's a problem.
I'm not sure what measurement that is. 2 meters?
Meters. Yeah, meters.
We're 2 meters from the station?
No. Read it.
That's really that's really cutting it close.
So we're drifting at 2 meters per second away from the station.
Yes.
Okay, but how far away from the station are we?
You're fine.
Closer
Okay.
than we'd like, but not in
Yeah.
danger.
Roger. That's where I got confused. A
It's
drift has been slowed
basically
to
it's
2
basically
meters per second,
Galaxy
Captain.
Quest. I talked off you there.
Go ahead, Arthur.
I was saying, drift has been slowed to 2 meters per second, Captain.
Understood. Hopefully that will buy us some time. Keep an eye on those proximity alerts. Don't want to drift into the other ships in the area.
Yes, Captain.
Right. Back to engineering. All right. Mohawk, you probably just felt the ship shake as you feel the thrusters shift the other way.
Do I know what happened?
I think your experience would tell you that the thrusters just kicked on and then stopped. I'd imagine you've been around the block a few times.
I wish we had one more momentum right now. Alright. I'll walk over to the death freeze tube entrance. Call up. Mr. Gardner. Make your way to the communications systems. Begin repairs. This will be more effective if we can coordinate things.
Comms aye, sir. Which that's that Jeffrey's tube. Crawls out of the one he was in and jumps into another.
All right. Are you doing the same thing? Cautiously repairing.
Yes.
Well, so far he's boldly repairing because apparently he has
Boldly
parts.
repairing cautiously.
But yeah, exactly. It's very bold in his
So
cautious repairs.
yeah. So yeah. Garner, you'll be control engineering diff 3.
Remind me, do supporting characters have determination? Because mine,
If
If
you
they
have a
have a
value,
value.
yeah, he does have a value now. So,
then yes.
where the hell is Gardner? I have too many characters going here. I want to use his value. Don't screw up.
Works for me.
And he does have Faith of the Heart, species ability. When you use one of your values to spend or gain determination, you may also add 1 momentum to the group pool.
Yeah.
Gain
We're
a
at 2
momentum.
momentum.
And I'll use this for perfect opportunity. I think that's still what it's called, right? Where you get 1 rolled.
Yep.
Same as before. Control engineering. Give you a threat for bold. I roll 2 dice.
It fixed the sheet, so you're still rolling 3 since you bought the dice, and then just
Okay. Because
mark
I
that
have
you have
checked.
determination.
Yeah, I might have to mark that. Yes.
Yep.
Using focus. Yes. 3 go. Ooh. Very nice.
All right. Gain 2 more. And that fusion generator, you replace the damaged components, and it springs to life.
Try it now, Commander.
Understood.
All right. Mahawk, give me that daring engineering difficulty of 2, complication 3.
All right. But first, I would like to spend 2 momentum to invoke the power of an engineering team.
Okay.
The power of Grayskull.
You have your engineering team. All
Great.
these no names here. Although they say security, they're engineers. In our generic Starfleet, we actually don't have engineers. We have con officers, medics, security, science.
There are no generic engineers.
Brilliant.
Crewman Morena, Ensign Lopez, begin replicating APS parts. We're going to begin making replacements. And we're going to do EPS conduit repair now instead of just bypass.
Okay. So then that will be control engineering, but with a difficulty 3, as you're trying to still work quickly. But it'll cut out the complication.
Okay, so diff 3, EPS focus.
Yep.
1 threat for a die, and ye old procedural compliance. Three
Yeah,
successes.
got it. And I'll spend some threat here. You're able to get local communications working.
Mahawk to the bridge. Can you hear me?
Combat just work.
Can hear you, Commander.
We have restored internal communications to the ship. Is there another system you would like us to prioritize next?
We need to get engines online. along with main power and hopefully in weapon systems afterwards.
Understood.
It's unclear if I'm sending Ensign Arthur down to help with the engines.
Understood, Captain. I will put him to work when he arrives. Mahawk to Gardner.
Ow! Yes, Commander. Just hit my head.
Do you require medical attention?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. What do you want me to do next?
Engine systems have been deemed our next priority by the captain. Begin making your way to the impulse reactors.
It's
3
left,
decks up.
left, right, left, right, forward. Okay, yes, I got it. On my way.
All right, then Arthur will enter engineering as per ordered.
Mr. Arthur, welcome to engineering.
Commander, I'm here to assist in any way that I can. I still remember my Academy engineering courses.
Very well. We are about to bring the impulse reactors back online. Are you familiar with the inertial dampening system?
By schematics only.
Good enough. And I'll point to a station on the far side.
Oh, very, very important question because this applies to Arthur. Are you a flight controller or a navigator for
Yeah.
your ship role?
I thought they were the same thing in by 2371.
Uh,
I don't think navigators exist anymore.
In name, yes. In mechanics, not quite.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
the
I'm
same with
referring
the
to mechanic.
same with tactical and security officer. They're not the same in the system. At least rule-wise.
I guess what's the difference mechanically?
All right, so flight controller, when you attempt an engineering task related to flight or propulsion, you use your con score instead of engineering. But when you succeed at a contest, apply to Starship, you gain 1 bonus momentum. As a navigator, it's when you attempt a science task related to astrophysics or stellar navigation, you use your con instead of science.
Well, I guess flight control officer then.
I'm a con officer, so that's why I asked, my other character.
Yeah, I always just assumed. I knew that there was a separate one, but I thought that was more for people playing in TOS era.
Okay, there's your flight controller added. Can't believe I missed it.
Good.
Okay. So yeah, I could probably just give Arthur this task then to get the engines back up.
I don't know what focuses I'd have that would apply. Really none.
Focus is probably nothing, but it's the using your con instead of engineering is really the key here.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Or we could use them as an assist role for Gardner.
Well, what's the role? See how hard it is.
Well, I think to save time here, probably what we could do is just have Arthur work on it himself as you guys work on another thing. So I could probably just give you a diff 4 task to get the engines back up. Or not all the engines, but you understand, get thrusters or something back online.
Yeah, I guess he'll focus on thruster systems.
Yeah, and then you guys could work on another system then. if that's cool with you guys.
I would
And I
be.
probably wouldn't even make it I probably wouldn't even make it a difficulty 4 either. It'd probably be 3. So what other system would you guys want to work on?
Well, the captain said main power. Would that fall under structure?
Let me take a look at ship sheet here.
I think you said main power would come online after we'd done all of the other systems. Or after we've done all of the system roles. Could be wrong.
Yeah, but I could skip some things. All right.
Yeah, I personally would have put main power under like engines or structure. During warp core.
I'll tell you what. I think in order to get main power back on, it's probably going to require computers. So I think with him working on the engines and then the computers coming up next, you could probably get it back online.
Alrighty.
I don't think you would need to do weapons, and and then when you work on structure, yeah, we'll call that structure then. Get power back on then. So yeah.
So main power is going to come from computers and then structure, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Structures will be the gateway to that.
Mr. Gardner, Ensign Arthur is taking over working on the engines. Please divert yourself to the computer systems.
Oh, computers.
Back down one level, 3 lefts and a right.
Left, right, left. Okay. Going.
All right, we'll do some rolls at the same time here. Just try to get some time crunches good.
So I'm just rolling a diff 4.
Actually, I'm gonna have yours be a difficulty 2, but complication 3. Now that I think about it, daring or control, I'd say. All right, that one's Arthan's roll. Garner, yours I would imagine would just be that difficulty 3. And then Mahawk, if his is successful, yours would be a difficulty 3 since you're replacing now.
Okay.
I'll give you a threat. Ooh, can re-roll that 20, luckily.
Use that bold.
Better. 4 successes.
All right. Arthur, you can go ahead and roll. Figure yours will be taking place the same time Garner's is.
Yeah, will you accept a determination spend on value fast and furious? Because he's trying to do it quickly.
You know what? I will if you say you're doing it fast. And then I will make
Oh,
yours a
yeah.
daring roll then. Daring only.
Sweet, works for me.
Wait, daring only, not daring con?
Uh, I meant I'm taking out the option of control, so it's just daring.
I was gonna say.
Only.
And I can probably
Danger zone.
yeah, I guess it'd be good to have a reroll. So I'll spend the 2 momentum and a threat
You have bold.
for the 4th dice.
Gotcha. Okay.
Highway to the daring zone.
No complications. All right, Mahawk, you just got to replace the things now.
Right.
Control engineering to 3.
Procedural compliance. And I will do 1 momentum and 2 threat. Give it the Kane special.
Gotta be careful with that.
So that's 4 successes.
All right. So several things are going to happen simultaneously here. The computers and thus the consoles in engineering and across the ship are going to power back on once you got the computers back on, and just then your thrusters will kick on as well.
Well, Octobridge, you should have limited ship control now.
Good work. And the captain is going to attempt to stabilize the ship.
Arthur is not here. All right, Captain. This is going to be a control or daring with your con. And I got all this lovely threat.
Oof.
I'm going to call it a difficulty 3, complication 3. And then since the engines are on, the engines will assist as well.
And we'll spend a momentum. I would like to spend my determination on the missing directive, save the ship.
Yep, works for me. Very nice. All right, Captain. As soon as those thrusters kick on, you put yourself in a position to immediately take control of the helm, and you are able to maneuver the ship. Not a complication, so I don't care about that. You're able to maneuver the ship as you start to get in close proximity to the station, just from the drift and what you already drifted and your close proximity anyway. You're able to maneuver the ship through its docking pylons and past several docked ships without hitting anything. And you were able to put it into a standard spot, a safe distance from the station.
Lieutenant Locks, keep the sensors open, see if there's any ships that might be drifting too close to the station that may need our assistance.
All right, back to engineering. as well. Ship shake the measure as the thrusters are kicked on and maneuvered.
Sorry, back. What'd I miss?
Captain, maneuver the ship from impacting the station.
Oh, good.
Back to you guys in engineering.
All right. Mr. Gardner, our next step is structural integrity control.
We'll
Oh,
just
I know
skip
what that is.
to we'll just skip to reinitiating warp
Yeah.
drive. Or
Mr.
sorry,
Gardner, warp core.
reinitializing the plasma controls to get the warp core back on.
Okay, Mr. Gardner.
Where do you
return
want
the
me to
engineer-
go, Commander?
I don't know. The GM can't make up his mind. Return to the engineer.
Order, go here. No, wait, go there. No, go here. You worse than Kane. Right, warp core initialization sequence started.
Okay, there's going to be 3 tasks associated with this, because I think that makes sense. First, you need to realign the lithium matrix. So that'll be first task. And since it's realigning, I think it's going to be a thinking man's task, which will be insight or reason engineering, diff 2, comp 2.
I'll do it, I guess. Diff 2 to comp 2. Repairs and maintenance is a focus here.
Yeah.
Okay. One threat for an extra die. Procedural compliance.
Mm-hmm. Man, that is so good.
I'm a Vulcan. I do things the right way.
You did have that conversation with Kane.
Not the left way.
Oh,
Four
geez.
successes.
That's 4, so you get 2. Roleplay it's aligned.
All right. He'll sit there and fiddle with the crystal in the armature for a minute or two. Re-engage the locks. Hit the button to send the tray back in. And put the cover back on. Engaging magnetic seal. Initiating auto calibration sequence. Calibration confirmed. Mr. Gardner, begin initializing the plasma injectors.
Aye, sir. Plasma injectors. Online.
Right. That is, I think, going to be a control engineering. Let's call this difficulty 3, since I still have the 3.
I'll give you a threat for bowl. Take 2 momentum for not. The 19, just because.
Come on, complication.
Come on, critical.
Somewhere in
Gain
between.
1.
Initializing plasma injectors.
Very good. I am opening up the matter-antimatter stream control. Mr. Arthur, this will require a more delicate touch than my own. Panel you are at,
Getting-
third one on your right side. Slider control is directly in front of you. I will monitor from here and assist you.
Understood,
Careful,
Commander. I'm
it's
ready to go.
sensitive.
All right, so what were you saying you're doing? Antimatter, what's it?
Mhm.
Right.
Matter-antimatter flow rate.
The thing that makes the ship go.
Um, let's see. Everyone's had the opportunity for determinations, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be a reason or control engineering difficulty 3, complication 2.
And this one's Arthan's role.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is it assisted by Mahawk?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Not too
behold
bad.
the advisor talent. Built-in reroll.
Oh, perfect. In that case, since this is a con task, using that power I just discovered.
So what this? It's
Well,
technically
we're
work.
restarting the ship's engine, so I figure
Is that related to propulsion? I feel.
That's
like
what I'm
warp
trying to
core's
figure out.
gotta be
It's
related to
it,
propulsion.
it's technically warp core. So yeah, I'll let you use count.
I think they mean like you can't restart the computers or something, but if it's the engines or warp core,
Yeah,
it probably
that's
includes.
how I'm going with it.
Yeah.
It's
basically what
technically
I'm
warp
having
core.
you do is use that nice little pilot fine muscle control to help tune in the matter-antimatter flow rates so we don't explode ourselves from having too much of one or the other.
Yeah. I'll spend a threat for a reroll as an extra reroll, I guess.
All right.
All right.
Cool
And
con.
just need
Use
Mahawk's
assist.
assist.
Do I have
I
an
forgot to-
applicable focus? Blah, blah, blah. I got
Yeah, let me look
EPS and I got repairs and maintenance.
I'll keep him repairs maintenance. I
All
think
right.
that applies. Doesn't help. It doesn't hurt.
Well, he's got 2 rerolls.
All right. You start to reinitialize the matter-antimatter flow as main power kicks back on.
Arthur will kind of pump his fist. Yes.
Mahawk will stop from behind the console, stare at the warp core for about a minute. Well done, everyone. Mr. Gardner, Mr. Arthan, very good jobs.
And on the bridge, Captain, main
Accomplishment?
power comes back online.
Engineering to the bridge. I believe you know what I'm about to say.
Good work, Commander. Same goes for everyone involved in engineering.
I will pass here. I will
Let's
pass
focus
along
on
your
trying to get the rest of
congratulations.
the systems online.
Understood. I am returning Mr. Arthan to you to resume helm control.
Understood.
Give Arthan the two-finger point and then point to the door as I close the comm channel with the captain.
He'll just nod and speed walk off.
Very well, people. You heard the captain. We still have more systems to get back online, but we are under reduced pressure. To our tasks.
All right. Is there any final RP anyone would like to do before we call that the end?
I got nothing.
All right. I think one final narration. Back on the bridge, you guys detect in your limited sensor range the arrival of the transport that was carrying Commander Kane.
Oh, the Tijuana I named it, I think.
And I think with that, we'll call that the end of 49,000. Or in the Starfleet, in the Stardate form,